Alright guys, we're able to pull off on a little side road here. So we're in Talladega National Forest, as I said earlier, and it's super nice today. It is beautiful out here. It's springtime. It's about 70 degrees now. But I want to show you guys overlanding with the basics. Today, as you saw in the title of this video, that we're overlanding with one Jeep, one dog, and one backpack. And everything that we need to overland is right here in this pack. We have our vehicle, we have, in the backpack, we have our sleeping system, we have our clothing, our food, our kitchen. Everything is packed up right in here, including everything for him, which will be his water and food and some other cool toys for him. So the main reason for this video is just to show you that you don't have to have everything that everybody else seems to have, which includes drawn out galley systems, rooftop tents, off-road campers, and big expensive vehicles. We're in a 1997 Jeep Cherokee, an over 20-year-old vehicle, and with a little bit of maintenance and a little bit of upkeep for the cheap, you can get out every single weekend. You can get out anytime you can on holidays and get out and explore nature. Go out and have an adventure with you and your family. So this is Hawkeye. He's 4 years old, loves riding in the Jeep, loves going on the trails, loves to explore. This place is absolutely beautiful. All these flowers are in bloom. Springtime here in Alabama. Wow. Everything is in bloom right now. And the temperature's not that bad. It's about 70 degrees right now with a breeze blowing. It's really nice. Alright guys, so we're going to set up lunch here. It's about noon. Right here where the little creek was that I showed you. Hawkeye's down here playing in it. He loves water. So there's no way we can pass this place up for a lunch stop. So let's get lunch ready to go. Got this collapsible bowl and his dog food in here. I'm going to give him a little bit. Alright, so I keep everything stored in this pot right here. It includes the press, which I'll show you guys how to use this for coffee in the morning. Has a cup. Then you have your pot that you boil water in. And this is the canister that we have for our little stove. Let me show you the stove. Alright, so this is our stove. And I put it in this little sock because when I put it in this can, as you can imagine going down the road, this thing just rattles with this stove in here. So it quiets it down quite a bit. So it's pretty simple. Fold up the arms and screw it onto your naturally. It is. Can you screw it on? There we go. Oh, geez. Sure you have a steady base. Alright, let's see what we have. This is our, keep my food stored for this trip in a dry bag. So that way, in case anything spills in here, it won't get all over inside the backpack. So for lunch, we have fried rice with peas and carrots. And I'm going to mix in a little summer sausage with it. Thank you. Alright, now that we got lunch cleaned up, we're going to fill up our water bottle here at the creek. I'm not sure how much water is going to be up on that mountain where we're going camping tonight. So we're going to fill this up here at the creek, and I'm going to show you how we do that. It's easy to get water out of the creek. And yes, it is really easy to get water out of the creek. Just dump your water bottle in, fill it up with water. But it can be dangerous. You don't know what kind of parasites or bacteria are in this water, and you don't want to come down with something that's going to make you sick on your trip. So the solution is to use a water filter like this by Sawyer. Now Sawyer water filters will filter out 99.9% of bacteria and the bugs that'll get you in this water. So it's pretty simple. Just make sure it's clean on this end. Screw it on to your water bottle, and these really screw on to a lot of water bottles, including this Life water bottle. I know Smart water bottles work as well, but it's pretty simple. Take your cap off. So we got the dirty water out of the creek. Open your top here. That's good clean water. We've got our water stored away for later on. Let's grab our pack, see if we can make it up this mountain and find ourselves a camp spot. Alright guys, I have put on a full rain suit. It is just coming down out there. It is raining so hard. The trail is starting to get washed out. We haven't had to engage four-wheel drive yet, but the Jeep is doing fantastic so far. But compared to earlier, the rain is just consumed the entire trail. In fact, filming has become much more difficult. It's on top of the rain, the fog is so thick it's hard to see anything on film and in person here. But we are gonna make it to camp. I don't know how well the view is gonna be up there. We were supposed to be camping up on top of a ridge on this mountain here, and I don't know, I can't guarantee you a great view due to the fog and the rain. But Hawkeye's hanging in there. He's whining. He wants to go play outside in the rain, but I'm soaking wet. I do have a change of clothes, so I'll definitely be changing into those before we go to bed tonight. But I am decked out in full rain gear right now, just to continue filming, and let's keep going. Alright guys, check this out. Take a look at this. This is exactly what we've been going through. It is so foggy up here. But right at this spot is the highest spot right up here. And we are just able to see over the clouds. Take a look at that. Right off this ledge, it's straight down. But you can't tell because the fog is so thick. It's pretty amazing. We've been riding through this fog all day. What an awesome spot. We finally made it to camp. It is 4:15 right now, just pulling into our campsite. And right off to the edge over here is actually the edge of the mountain going down. Again, it's still hard to tell because it's so foggy, but man, it feels good to be at camp. What an awesome spot. What do you think? What do you think? You glad to be at camp? You glad to be at camp? Now that we're at camp, finally. Let's go ahead and start getting stuff set up before it gets too dark. Stay. Sit. No. Stay. Now that we're here, let's go over some of the stuff that we brought. Our fleece sleeping bag. I really like this sleeping pad by Climate. It is super comfortable. Alright, next we have our inflatable pillow, also by Climate. Check that out. Nice pillow. Alright, next we have a tarp. And I'm glad we brought this tarp today because it'd be nice to be able to sit outside for a little while without just getting completely dumped on with rain. I'm gonna set up this tarp. That way we have somewhere to stay dry. Let's talk a little bit about today. Man, has it been wet. Holy crap. Oh, thank goodness we have this tarp to sit under. Well, boy, was it fun. Oh, man. It got pretty muddy. We had to put it in four-wheel drive quite a few times to get ourselves out of a couple situations. A lot of off-camber stuff on that trail. It's not a difficult trail, especially when it's dry. But I did not expect a weather system today like we've gotten. Man, a bunch of rain. You know, and that's life, you know. Overlanding happens in the rain, happens in the sun, snow. It can come up at any time. And I think that's what's great about this community. As I believe a lot of people that go out and adventure and explore realize, that weather can come up like this at any time. So to be prepared for it will make your trip a whole lot more enjoyable for sure. So the gear that we brought is very basic. It's very minimal. The gear that we have, you can do a long trip with. Depends on how comfortable you want to be, and depends on if you're going to go through different states of weather. If you're going to go from cold to hot, or vice versa, you might want a better sleeping bag, a heavier sleeping bag. It's only supposed to get down to about 65 degrees tonight, and so a heavy duty sleeping bag isn't necessary. So to fit everything into a backpack, we're not going to eat, you know, gourmet meals. You could pack, you know, anything you can in a backpack. You can have steak and potatoes if you want to out here. Have a way to keep it cold, or just bring a small cooler. Today we're just overlanding with just a backpack, just to prove that you can. A lot of people can, and that you don't have to have all the gear that so many people else have. And nothing wrong with that gear that others have. In fact, the more that you get out and travel and overland, you're going to want to accumulate more gear to help you become more comfortable sleeping, to have better cooked meals outside. But starting out, you don't need that stuff. And I think that's what a lot of people are missing out on. That want to come out here and do this, but are afraid to with just the minimal amount of gear. So don't be afraid to come out here. Even as nasty as the weather has been today, we're gonna sleep really good tonight. It's about 7 o'clock. The wind has picked up a lot. Just starting to get pretty cool. It has to be 60 or below right now. I was able to put a new shirt on, one that's a lot more dry. The other one was soaking wet. I'll show you what we got. Tonight's menu is Mountain House. And you can tell Hawkeye wants some. But this is lasagna with meat sauce, and this should be ready probably in about 10 minutes. Super easy. All right, now that he's had his, let's check on ours. Oh man, guys, this looks perfect. I'm gonna finish this up, guys. It's starting to get kind of late. I'm gonna finish this up. Starting to get pretty dark. Man, what a fun day. Holy cow. It's been tough. Between the wind, the rain, and the mud. I mean, I like to think everything is clean, but who's kidding? It is not. It is muddy. But that's the way it goes. You prepare the best you can, and it just turns out the way it does. But it's been an absolute blast, you guys. It's actually starting to get a little chilly. It's got to be below 60 degrees, probably somewhere around 55, 50 degrees. And with this wind blowing and the humidity and the fog still in the air, it's pretty chilly, for sure. You just came in from taking a pee. How do you feel? Well, we're tucked in bed here. Appreciate you following us along today. Pretty dark out. It's still super windy. But we're tucked in. We'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. Ooh. Well, not much has changed weather-wise. It is still super foggy. Wind is blowing, so you're not going to be able to hear much outside. It's pretty cold. It got way colder last night than I thought it was going to. It got down to 45 degrees, which is pretty cold for this time of year. So, but it stayed warm in here. Hawkeye and I stayed really warm. Got up with him at about 5 o'clock this morning. I let him out and then came back in and warmed up for a minute. It's about 8 o'clock. We're gonna get some breakfast going and we'll start packing up and heading back out. Okay, we got our water going to a boil. Now, let's put in some coffee. Works like a French press with this on top. We'll push this down. Works the same as a French press. But the secret number to letting this sit for a certain length is 7 minutes. It comes out perfect. So we got our cup cleaned out, and this is a pretty cool system. So this is the filter for the Stanley coffee press. You can see the mesh on the bottom. The grounds are already in there. They've been seeping for about 7 minutes. Push that down. That's good. Before we get too long with our breakfast, let's get Hawkeye set up with his. Alright guys, we're gonna start getting things cleaned up, packed up, and start getting our way out of here. It's probably about another hour to get home. I want to thank you guys for joining us. I hope you guys had fun, because I know I sure did. I know Hawkeye did. He's had a blast. But thank you guys for coming along with us. If you guys want to see more of this stuff, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. And if you'd like to support what we do, if you'd like to be a part of what we do, consider supporting us through Patreon. That'll really help us out and keep these adventures going. But thank you guys for coming along with us. Man, we've had a lot of fun.